Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Solunga, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, the course disabled participant screen sharing, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I made you as a host. I made you as a host, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening, Ajay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Nice to meet you. Good evening, my dear students.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Shall we start the lesson? Anybody
Yes, sir.
left? Okay. Last class, what we have seen. So already you know a little about vegetative reproduction. Already I told you so many times, and also asexual reproduction. Now we are going to talk about sexual reproduction deeply. Okay. So already you know very well about, my dear students. What is my sexual reproductions? Sexual reproductions involve formation of the male and female gametes, either by the same individual or by a different individual of the opposite sex. Okay. So as a result, what happened, male gametes as well as the female gametes, haploid in nature, fuse together as a result of formation of zygote. They undergoes the meiotic or mitotic cell division, isn't it? Okay. These gametes fuse to form the zygote. Zygote always, which condition is the diploidic in nature, which develop to form a new organisms. And undergoes there are so many changes which occurs. Finally, the single cells, that means diploid cells, divide into many millions of cells, and finally it gives a entire new organisms. Okay, this is called as sexual reproductions. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. See, it is a elaborate and complex and slow process. Already we discussed yesterday. Okay, see, it is an elaborate, complex, and also slow process. Why? Because there are so many metamorphological changes which occurs in which one? Sexual reproduction compared to the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means already you know, any single parent cells or spores, it gives rise to a entire animals or plants like that, it is called as asexual reproduction without fusion of gametes. That is very, very, very important. Okay. Then here it is complex process. Already told you. When you are going to study the cell cycle in our robot, what are the phases is there? G1, G2, S phase, and the M phase, and G0 phase. These are the phases. The M phase is nothing but it indicates the cell divisions. What are the cell divisions? Mitotic and meiotic. Okay, otherwise called as mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis takes place in, already I told you, already we discussed so many times, whether it may be somatic cell or what is that, body cells. Okay, that is called as mitotic cell division. How many phases are there? There are 5 phases: prophase, anaphase, metaphase, telophase, diagonals. So these are the things. At the same time, when you are entering the reproductive cells, for example, sexual reproductions, it has a 2 cell division is that. That is called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 also. Okay, so each one it has a specific, what is that, changes, physiological changes within the occurs within the nucleus as well as the cytoplasm and spindle formation, crossing over and synapsis, chiasmata. These are the events happening during the sexual reproductions. That's why it is what is that, elaborate and complex in nature, and also it is a slow process. Okay, go to the next one. Because of the fusion of the male and female gametes, sexual reproduction result in offspring that are not identical to the parent or amongst themselves. Already this one also we discussed. Asexual reproduction, the offspring similar to that of the parent, identical to the parent. But in this case, it is not identical because already you know very board, male and female, it's a different, what is that, gametes united together. Each one it has a specific, what is that, characteristic feature. Both are combined together, form as a zygote, means it may be mixed during the time of crossing. What happened? The character will be changed into the one to another chromosome, each others. So as a result, the new combination will get it. Okay, so that is the things. Okay, the haploid gametes, already you know what about spermatozoa and also the ova. Both are haploid in nature, infused to produce a diploid. 2 end stages here. Okay. In other words, zygote sexual reproductions introduces new gene recombination in a population. Already we discussed. Both the characters, sperm as well as the ova, it has a separate nucleus and also having a DNA, and also it has a DNA sequences. That sequences interchange means you will get the, which one, new gene combination. That is very, very important. Okay. Go to the next one. See, what are the phases of the life cycles? Already we discussed 3 phases are there. One is called as juvenile phase, reproductive phase, and senescent phase. Juvenile phase before reproductive phase. That means maturation only the physical oriented, physiologically, only physical growth only. That's why it is called as pre-reproductive phase. When it produces the first flower or first the secondary sexual characters are produced or indicate the what is that, reproductive start. Okay, and then starting stage, and then senescence is the last one. Okay, till the death. Okay, go to the next one. Juvenile phase or pre-reproductive phase, already we discussed. During this phase, organism will show growth so that it can attain certain maturity to perform the sexual reproduction. This is the primitive stage. Okay, this phase is known as the vegetative phase. Once again, repeat for you: juvenile phase, pre-reproductive phase, and also otherwise called as vegetative phase in plant. It is of variable duration in different organisms. Each organism, it may be vary their juvenile phase because each and every animals, the lifespan also different, and then growth period also different, the reproductive period also different, and the death is also different in nature. Okay, I am talking about the only the natural death. Okay, the next one. See, reproductive phase, reproductive organs mature during these phases. You know about that the male as well as the female reproductive organs maturation takes place during this phase. Okay, in the higher plants, end of juvenile phase. Once again, repeat for you: in higher plants, the end of juvenile phase or onset of the reproductive phase easily marked because the first flower it will be originated. Okay, so we may come to the conclusion: the first flower is produced, whether the plant we come to the conclusion. Yes, the reproductive stage is started. Before that, juvenile phase is there. In higher plants, during this phase, there is a formation of reproductive structure that is called as flowers. Already we discussed last class, isn't it? Flowers means, you know about the, what is that? It is very, very important for the, what is that? Pollination for the next generation. It produces fruits and seeds, and then you will get the next generation, otherwise called as offspring, particularly the embryo development, embryogenesis. Okay, that things we will see one by one. Okay. Based on the flowering and fruiting pattern, there are two types of flowering plant that is called as monocarpic, bicarpic, and polycarpic. Mono means single, only 1 year it will be grow. Bicarpic 2 years, and polycarpic means every year they are going to produce the flowers and lead to finally the lifespan will be finished. That means the life cycle will be finished in every year. That is also a polycarpic nature. Given examples already we discussed. This one monocarpic, taken examples of lower plants such as which one you know, what are the herbs, foods product you do, capsicum, okay, brinjal, like that, you know, they are all are considered in 4 months, 3 months, like that. Bicarpic already told you. Which one you know? Banana. Okay. And then polycarpic, you can take any fruits, polycarpic, each and every year they produce the fruits and also withdraw their leaves, and also the three again it will be produce a new one. So the young plants, and also these things is also happen. Okay. What are the next one? So the diploid zygote then divided by mitosis, and after passing through the different phases of ontogenetic development, transform into a new multicellular individual. That's why it is called a single cell zygote, diploid single cell, isn't it? Diploid zygote cell divided into new multicellular individual. It is nothing but the offspring. Okay. It is similar to that of the parent or different to that of the parent. You know about it. It is also different from the parent. Already you know about it. Take an example of some protista, such as paramecium, exhibits sexual reproductions by forming a male and female gametes nuclei. Just imagine the paramecium also having the male and female. How they differentiated, you know very about that is depends upon the male and female nuclei, gamete nuclei, which they exchange through temporary cytoplasmic bridge. Already told you. So many microorganisms, taken examples, prokaryote, particularly bacteria. Bacteria having the normal DNA molecule, and also addition with this, which one you know, the circular manner, the extra chromosomal body present in the E. coli bacteria, that is called as, what is that? Anybody else? The extra chromosomal body present in the bacteria is called as what? Any students? Anybody? No idea. Okay, I'll tell you. The extra chromosomal body is called as plasmids. Okay, plasmids. Okay, the plasmids also, which one it possesses, it is considered a male. Suppose absence of plasmid, it is considered a, which one you know, female. Okay, so the exchange between the male as well as the female, in between there is a cytoplasmic bridges. That bridge is called as, what is that? A conjugation canal. It's nothing but the tube-like structure in between the two adjacent bacteria. So through this way, the male gametes also transfer to the female. The female again converted into what? It is also modified into male. So again, it also transfer to the another one. Like that, the cycle will be continue. Okay. See that. Clearly define these phases, annual or biennial types. So well defined vegetative, reproductive, and senescent phases. But in the perennial species, it is very difficult to define these phases. Perennial species, we cannot be able to find out which phase is called as, what's that? Vegetative, which is reproductive, which is senescent phase. We cannot be able to find out. Okay. Example, bamboo species. It is very, very important question. So many times they were asked, I think it may be in 3 or 4 times. Okay. They only ask the bamboo species flower only once in their lifetime. Okay. How many years it will take? 50 to 100 years. Okay. After that, what happens? It will lead to die, dead. Okay. So, next one is bats living in nature lay eggs only seasonally. However, bats in captivity can be made to lay eggs throughout the year. Okay. Some of the poultry farm. Okay. Take an example. Okay. Throughout the year, it's has the ability to produce their eggs, lay their eggs. So it is used for the which purpose, commercial exploitation for the human welfare, but it is not related to the reproductive one. Okay, it is very, very important. Only for the commercial purpose, only the poultry farm is there, and also for their meat as well as the eggs. Okay, go to the next one. The female placenta mammals, just like a human being, exhibit cycle changes in the activities of ovaries and accessory duct, as well as the hormone during the reproductive phase. You know what about the placenta mammals means? Human beings. Okay. There is a reproductive hormones is also there. Okay. What are the hormones? Males also having specific hormone and female also having specific hormones. Okay. These are all are comes under the getting secondary sexual characteristics. Okay. Oh. In non-primate mammals, it is very, very important. Just note it down. Such as a cow, sheep, rat, geese, dogs, tiger, such as cyclic changes during reproductions are called Easter cycles. They asked mostly in the, what is that? Any one of the animals they may give for the question paper. Easter cycle, which one of the following animals they, what is that? Having the Easter cycles, like that they may ask the questions. So you have to note it down these things. These are the animals are very, very important. Whereas in primates, same, both are same, but particularly the monkey, apes, and the human, it is called as menstrual cycles. These are the both are same, particularly the monkey, apes, and humans, it is called as menstrual cycles. Okay, this is also a very, very important one. This one, when we are going to study, menstrual cycles, I think it may be in the reproduction of the human reproduction structures. That things when we are going to study, that time you can study deeply. Okay, just note it down. Menstrual cycles, which it happens, sorry, that means it is present or it is possesses, whatever it may be, in monkey, apes, and human beings. Go to the next one. This is already we discussed. Take an examples of one of the flowers, mostly Strobilus kundiana, Neela Kurunji. Flower one in 12 years has a purple flowers. Is found one in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, in Nilagiri Hills, Palani Hills in Western Ghats, and it's a dicot shrub. Dicot shrub. Already you know what about. So these things already, these questions also already so many times they were asked. The blue color flowers. Okay, which one has the botanical name of what is that? Neela Kurunji, Strobilus kundiana. It is very, very important. How many years for their what is a flower? 12 years once. Okay, that is very, very important one. And also Western Ghats. These are the considered getting known as Western Ghats. It is also one of the dicot shrub. This one already we discussed it last class. Okay, the next one. See, types of plants according to their nature they may be divided into 5: monoecious, dioecious, gynomonoecious, andromonoecious, and trioecious. Monoecious already you know about only one type of flower is that. Dioecious, bisexual flower. Gynomonoecious means only the gynoecium only present in flowers, and andromonoecious only the androecium will be present. Trioecious means male, female, and bisexual flower also present in it. You must note it down. These are the examples. This is very, very, very important. Just to note it down 100 times. It is very, very important because so many times they were asked in this type of chapters. Okay, monoecious, cucurbita. Cucurbita is very, very important. Okay, castor. Okay, and also cucumis and mango. These are all are considered with monoecious. Dioecious, papaya. One more is there. Monoecious is also called as bisexual flower. Dioecious also called as what is that? Unisexual flower. You know the difference between these two. That things is also you note it down very carefully. Okay, monoecious, bisexual. Dioecious, unisexual. Only the one type of flower is here, the both male as well as the female. Here, as both hermaphrodite and female structures only. What is the genus? What is the hermaphrodite? Hermaphrodite means a single plant or animal. It contains both the
Bisexual flower, sir.
yeah, very good. Both the characters present. Okay, male reproductive structure as well as the female reproductive structure present in it. That is called as gynomonoecious. Andromonoecious is also same. Okay, and trioecious is also male as well as a female as well as a bisexual flowers. Okay. See the structures already we saw it. These things, isn't it? Okay. Just once again, this is bisexual flower. Center there is a female flower is there, followed by the anther. This is complete flower also there. Okay. Here take an example of male flower only present. This is also incomplete flower. But in this category, monoecious. Monoecious means male flower separate and female flowers also separate manner. Okay. This is also present in the single flower axis. That is called as monoecious. Dioecious, see that same, but it's also separate branches. Here the same branch contain both the male as well as a female flower. In this category, and separate branches and separate flower also. Male also present in the separate manner, and also female is also present in the separate branch. And also this one is already in our female flower. It contain already in our, but there is a stigma, tail, and ovary. All those things already in our about. What about this category? See that 3 flowers compared to these 3 flowers present in the single axis. This is called as a male flowers, and also this is female flower, and also the 5 sexual flower. This collect these 3 present in a single axis is called as polygamous flowers. Okay. See, these are the important diagrams. Okay, just note it down and take a notes also. Okay. See, already we discussed these things, monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious means you know about the presence of both male as well as the female flower may be present on the same individual is called as monoecious. Here the female, this one is called as male. And dioecious means it may be separate. This is called as only the female only present here. The male is also in separate man. Okay. So it is considered that it is known as incomplete flower. Already we discussed. Okay. They may ask sometimes questions. Given examples of incomplete flowers. Which one of the following is an incomplete flowers? Like that they may ask the question. Just note it down. Okay. Go to the next one. So on the basis of time, once again, this is also very, very important. On the basis of time of breeding, animals are of 2 types. Seasonal breedings and continuous breeding. Seasonal means it may be happening within the, per year, 6 months, like that. Continuous breeding means it produces continuously their own offspring. I mean, young one, otherwise called as offspring. Seasonal breeders, just take an example. They reproduce at a particular period of the years. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. Such as frog, lizards, most bats, deer, etc. These are all are considered getting known as seasonal breeders. Take an example of dog also. Okay. See, continuous breeders, it is very, very important. They may ask the question. Seasonal breeders example, they may give mixed one. Take an example, continuous breeder as well as a seasonal breeders. Frog, lizards, and bats, and also honeybee. Or honeybees, poultry, rabbit, and also the, which one you know? Lizard. Like that they may give. Which one is the add one? They may ask the question like that. Okay. So go to the next one is called as continuous breeders. What is the meaning of continuous breeders? Say, these animals continue to breed throughout their sexual maturities or called as continuous breeders. What are the examples they have given, you know? Honeybees. Honeybees already, you know, hives, just take an examples. Maximum female or sterile, male or fertile nature. But poultry also, rabbit, mice, sorry, cattle, etc. Queen is very, very important. What is the main purpose of the queen? You know, just to, throughout the years, they are laying their eggs. Okay, that is very, very, very important. Already in our report. Okay, what are? Okay, we will see the next one. And there are 2 types of cycles. Already discussed. You know, there are 2 types of cycle. One is called as estrous cycles, and second one is called as menstrual cycle. The estrous cycles mostly present non-primate mammals such as cow, sheep, rat, deer, dog, tiger, etc. These are all non-primate mammals. Such as cyclical changes during reproduction are called as estrous cycle. This is very, very important. They ask the question, estrous cycles mostly found in which type of animals, which one of the following animals, like that they ask the questions. Okay. Menstrual cycles is mostly found in primates, monkey, apes, and human. This is very, very important. Cyclical changes during reproductive phases are called as menstrual cycles. In female, that means there are three phases there. One is called as, sorry, we will see the next year. I mean, reproductive structure, when you are going to study, that time you can easily study these things. Okay. Just note it down. Okay. In females or placental, there are cyclical changes in ovaries, accessory reproductive duct, and hormones during the reproductive phase. These are the changes occurs during the menstrual cycles. Okay. Just note it out. Okay. Go to the next one. See. So this is very, very important. What is my menstrual cycle? What are the differences? What are the characters there? What are the content is here? How? Here, estrous cycles. You must know that what are the things it happens inside. See, menstrual cycles. Just to carefully follow it. It is very, very important. It occurs in primates, monkeys, apes, and human beings. Menstrual, men, monkey, human beings, and apes. Okay. So these are the things only. Here, estrous cycles takes place. It occurs in non-primates such as cow and dog. Okay. Menstrual cycles. See, the cycles consist of menstrual phases, proliferate phase, and also secretory. I told these phases only. I told. Okay, menstrual phases, proliferated phases, and also secretory phases. It is also depends upon their hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and also luteinizing. I'm sorry, oxytocin. Okay, and also it depends upon their level. Okay, according to the level only, they have to divide it into three phases. Okay, we'll see the one by one at the time. Okay, here, estrous cycles. It consists of a short period of estrus of heat. Example: 12 to 24 hours in cow, followed by estrus or the passive period. Okay, here the passive period has given here. The three phases, only the 24 hours only. Blood flow occurs in this cycle. Bloods also flow it, but here the blood flow does not occur in these cycles. Okay. The broken endometrium is passed out during the menstruation. This is very, very important. The endometrium. So innermost wall of the uterus is called as endometrium. Okay, it is also what's that? Broken, passed out during the menstruation. The broken endometrium is reabsorbed. Here, reabsorbed. Which one? Estrous cycles. Sex urges not increase during menstruation. Yeah, what is that? Sex urge in here not increased during menstruation. Sex urges increased during estro period. This is also another differences. Female does not permit copulation during menstrual phases of the life cycles. During these phases, there is no any sexual contact. But in this category, female permit copulations only during the estro period also. Okay, these are the changes. Just note it down, just know these things. Okay. To the next one, events of sexual reproductions. What are the events they may occur? You know, the events of sexual reproduction, although elaborate and complex, follow a regular sequences. It has a time period. Okay, these sequential events may be grouped into three distinct stages. Already you know about pre-fertilization. Before fertilization, what are the physiological changes which occur both male as well as the female? After this fertilization, that means male as well as female gamete, or at the time of initi, what will happen? After the fertilization, that is called as post-fertilization. What are the physiological changes which occurs in the flower, or whether it may be a human body? Okay, these are the three phases have been reported. Okay. Go to the next one. First one, pre-fertilization. Pre-fertilization, it's a it has two events. What are they? You know, one is called as gametogenesis, and second one is gamete transfer. Gametogenesis means you know about gamete. It's applied. Genesis means synthesized. How it will be synthesized? It is also synthesized their own reproductive organ, respectively. Male means male, you know about sperm. Suppose take an examples of female means egg. Okay, both are haploid in nature. See here, gametogenesis refers to the process of formation of two gametes, male and female, respectively. Gametes are haploid in nature. Male haploid and female also haploid in nature. Okay. In some algae, listen carefully. In some algae, the two gametes are similar and hence are called as homogametes, otherwise called as, what is that? Isogametes. Will you please tell me given examples of isogametes? Anyone of the students, please?
Same of the gametes.
I'm asking about the example. Example. Is that? Give an example, pa. Anybody else? Ritika, Dhanusri. Pardon, pa? I'm asking about the example. I couldn't hear. Hello. Okay, I will inform. Pardon, pa?
Rhizopus.
Rhizopus. Okay. What about Chlamydomonas? What about Chlamydomonas? Okay, already we saw it, you know. Okay, anyhow, both the gametes are similar in nature. I will show you. I think it may be come to next slide. Okay. And some algae, the two gametes are similar in structure when you are going to look. Okay, both the gametes, we cannot be able to differentiate which one is male, which one is female. We cannot be able to differentiate. Such type of gametes are called as homogametes. They are collectively called as what is that? Isogametes. What is that? Isogametes. And second one is the majority of the sexually reproducing organism. Take an example is human beings, other organism also. The gamete produce are two morphologically different types. That is called as heterogamous. They cannot easily differentiate. This one is called as male. This one is female. Such type of gametes are called as, what is that? Heterogametes. Just note it down. This one maximum fungi. Okay, fungi also juice spores. Already told you, very good. Rhizopus already told it. But at the same time, Chlamydomonas we can easily visible in nature. Okay, I will show. See that. So these two gametes are already identical in nature, isn't it? Similar structures. This is called as, what is that? Spores. Biflagellated zoospores. Already we discussed in asexual reproduction, isn't it? So these are the two gametes identical to each other. Okay. So this is, which one is male, which one is female, we cannot be able to differentiate. Such type of gametes are called isogametes. What about this one? Egg. Already you know about. This is also in human beings. Just imagine. So we can easily differentiate. Okay. See that? Heterogametes. Which one is heterogametes means it may be different nature. This one is called as a female or male. This one is called as male. This one is called as female. We can easily differentiate, but at the same time, size different also. But in this category, the size is also same, structure is also same. All aspects, it will be very similar in nature. That's why it is called as isogametes. It is different nature. At the same time, this comes from where in a ficus. Ficus. Just to imagine heterogametes also ficus in nature. Here the egg is larger than that of the sperm. That is very, very important. What about here? This is Homo sapiens in human beings. Egg. That is very, very important. Egg is the largest one. The sperm is a small. What is a worm-like structure? Okay. Already you know, but this is also heterogametes nature. Okay. Okay. These are the very, very important. You must note it down. Okay. Go to the next slide. In such organism called as anthrozoid or sperm. So this is called as male gametes, and the female gametes is called as the male gamete is called egg or ovum. Female gametes are called as, what is that? This one is called as male gamete. This one is called as female gamete. Plant may have a both male and female reproductive structures in the same plant, that is called as bisexual flowers, or on different plant is called as unisexual. Already we discussed that things is also in the higher plants. Okay. Next, very, very important one, just to note it down. It is also very, very important. In several fungi plant, the plant body is called as, what is that? Any one of you? Plant body is called as, what is that? Fungi plant body is
The
called
thallus.
as thallus. Very good. That's why we are giving, I have given here the term such as has a homothallic and also monoecious. What is the meaning of homothallic? Means the structure is similar in nature, are used to denote the bisexual conditions. Bisexual conditions. Monoecious, but bisexual condition we can use it when, where, in fungi. Heterothallic and also dioecious conditions are the term used to describe unisexual condition. This is very, very important. Just note it down. It is also differ from which one, human being and higher plant, otherwise called as flowering plant, as well as the which one, fungi. That is very, very important one. Fungi, there is a homothallic in nature. It is also comes under the heading bisexual conditions. But heterothallic, it comes under the headings unisexual condition. Okay. In flowering plants, the unisexual male flower is staminate. Staminate means, what is the meaning of staminate?
Which contains a stamen and anther.
Yeah.
So it's only
They
male, so.
Okay. They can reproduce or not. They can easily fuse with the pistil or not. Staminate, staminode, sorry, both are having the different nature. Staminate and staminode. What is the meaning of staminode? Staminate and staminode. That is, they are bearing stamens with the, which one is the pistillate or bearing pistils, like that they have given. Male flower, it contains staminate. That means stamen as well as already know about the anther as well as the style. Okay, collectively called as stamens. That's why it is called as staminate. Suppose pistil means, what is the meaning? Pistil means female reproductive organs. So what are the content is there? What are the parts is there? There is the upper part is called a stigma, style, and also the lower part of the ovary. Ovary contain how many nucleus? Can you? The ovary contain how many nucleus? Anybody else? You know very about them? Double fertilization, triple fusions. Who discovered that one? Who stated the statement? Anybody else? No. Okay. The name of the scientist is called as Navaskin. Note it down. It's also very, very important. The double fertilization was first introduced by the name of the scientist called as Navaskin in higher plants. He stated the statement triple fusion also. Okay. In particularly angiosperms. Just note it down. Okay. In some flowering plants, both male and female flowers may be present on the same individual monoecious or on the separate individual dioecious. Some examples of monoecious plants are cucurbita and coconut. This is very, very important. Monoecious cucurbita. Already we saw that one is also in the previous slide, isn't it? This is very, so many times they were asked. Why it has a monoecious flower? Suppose if you want cucurbita. Okay, because it is a commercial one, isn't it? So why they are using this one? Anybody else? Why we need monoecious flowers, particularly female flower for this process, these plants?
So,
Mm.
so in case there are some defects and there is a hermaphrodite flower set, then it might result in that defect being continued in the offspring, sir. So it's better if if the
Okay, I'm asking no. Okay, I'm asking one more is there. Cucurbita is whether it may be produced from the male flower or female flower. Which one is converted into fruit or what is that? Fruit, yeah,
so fruits, then will be the female, sir.
female. So that's why male it is used for any other commercial purpose. Male flower, particularly tells anther. Any plant, will you please? After the fertilization, okay, the male reproductive organs process over, role is over, isn't it? Okay, it is used for any other commercial purpose? No, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so go to the next one. So monoecious plant means, what is the meaning of monoecious? Maximum female flower is that. Okay, because female flower only produce the, what is that, fruits. Okay, that's why cucurbita as well as coconut, these two plants are mostly used for the commercial purpose. That's why they were used monoecious plant. So when you are introducing, what is that, some of the chemicals, take an examples of phytohormones, it induces the female flowers only. Okay, such type of plants are called as, what is that, monoecious plants, because it's commercial purpose. At the same time, they may produce, take an examples of coffee, you know, coffee plants also, when you are spreading some, what is that, cytokinin, the axin, and other components also. Okay, it induces the monoecious flower, particularly the female flower is more compared to male flower, because male flower is not essential for the commercial purpose. Female flower only essential, simply. Okay, and of dioecious plants are papaya and also date palms. Here also there, which one is used for? Here also the female flower, but at the same time the plant will be, what is that, dioecious in nature. Dioecious means, what is that, unisexual, separate in man, male flower as well as the female flowers separately present. Okay, respectively. Okay, go to the next one. See, the monoecious plant, take an example of first one is called as Cara. So many times they are asked the questions. Here there are two parts there. Which one is male sex organ? That is called as oogonium. Okay, the lower there is a sealed like structure is there. The sealed like structure is called as a male sex organ, that is called as antheridium. Okay, both are present in the same plant, bisexual flowers, but monoecious. The plant example, Cara. Okay, what I am asking, during this condition, how it will be fertilized? How it will be possible, pa? Anybody else? Fertilization takes place. How it will be takes place in this plant? Whether self-pollination takes place or cross-pollination takes place. Any students? Dhanalakshmi and Mukesh, or anybody else? Rubasri?
So could you repeat the question, sir?
Okay, here you are seeing the diagram, isn't it, ba?
Yes, sir.
A female sex organ, that means it produces the oogonium in the upper part.
Yes, sir.
So lower part there is an antheridium, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So both the gametes, how it will be transferred? That means the male gametes, how it will transfer to the female one. That is pollination, how it will be possible here, I am asking. Here.
Sir, by wind, sir, wind pollination.
How it will be possible here to here? That means the same rachis is there, no? It is possible?
Sir, no, sir. Then not possible, sir.
How it will take place?
Sir, not possible, sir.
Not possible. Okay, but it is present in the single branch, isn't it?
Yes.
But here, what happened? You know, here there is a antheridium is there, no? The antheridium produces the male sex organ and also male, what is that, gametes. That gamete transfer through the wind, okay, from the next branch of the female. Okay, likewise, it may be, what is that, interchange itself. That is very, very important. You got it, that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is called as cross pollinations. Cross pollination takes place, same branches or different branches from the one, what is that, gamete to another one. That means here the antheridium is there, and nearest there is another female oogonium present here, transfer to here. Okay. And also male, suppose if the upper part there is a one branch is there is an antheridium. The antheridium is transferred to the female. Likewise, but it is also one of the cross pollinations. But one and on the other side, it's also one of the, what is that, self pollination. Okay, that is also different. Okay, here the, what is that one, and another one is called dioecious plant. Just take an examples here, male as well as the female is also present in separate manner. The first one is called as, what is it, archigonetophore, andridiophore. Andridio means male plant. Archigonetophore means it is a, what is that, female plant. So the structure are all similar, but the product, that means that the gamete is also, the spores is also different. This is called as male plant. This is called as a female plant. That means sexual organ is on archigonetophore. This is on andridiophore. Correspondingly, what is the archigonium produce and also andridio produce. Antheridium, andridiospore, archigonium, archigoniospore. Okay. So example has given, Markangia. It is otherwise called as, what is that, Markangia. Here, one of the main important character is that. Anybody else? Markangia. Anybody else? It is also one of the vegetative propagation is very possible. Simply, I give you a clue. How it will be reproduced. What about the root system in the below part? There is a root is there, there is a minute hair-like structure of the root, but it is not a root. It is also called as, there is a technical term is there. Will you please? Anybody? Okay, this is called as rhizoid. Okay, it is used for the adhesive purpose of on rock. Okay, and absorb the water molecule as well as the minerals from these sides, and also and one more is that there is a vein-like structure, vein-like structure, and also the followed by there is a margin. There is a gemma cup is there. Just imagine gemma cup. Markangia gemma cup is there. The gemma cup is also what? It is grow along with the parent. Once the roots initiated, what happen automatically? It also detach from the parent and grow as a new one. This is also very, 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 very important. Just note it down. That is another things. Okay, and also in animals, the earthworms and sponges and tapeworm, and also these are the examples. The earthworm leech, typical examples of bisexual animals. What is the meaning of bisexual? That possesses both male and female reproductive organs in the same animal is called as hermaphrodite. Already told you, hermaphrodite is male sex organ as well as a female sex organ present in the same, what is that, animal is called as, what is that, hermaphrodite. Example, earthworm, sponges, tapeworm, and earthworm leech. Okay, and cockroach is an example of unisexual species because here the male as well as the female is also separate. Okay, how will you identify which one is male, which one is female? Will you please? Cockroach. Anybody? Cockroach. How will you identify whether which one is male, which one is female? Because the anus, there is a presence of a small protrude-like structure is called as anal tail. Suppose presence of anal tail is called as, what is that? Male. Absence of anal tail is called as, what is that? Female. It is also another one. The plant body, the cockroach body is also made up of what? The cockroach body is also made up of one of the, what is that, component. Which component? Anybody else? Anybody, my dear students? No idea. Okay. The cockroach plant body is also called as exoskeleton. It is made up of what? Chitin. Similar to that of the, which one you know? Fungi. Fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin,
Right, sir.
isn't it? Yeah. Likewise, the cockroach exoskeleton, the outermost body is also made up of chitin. Because here, the animal body is made up of chitin. There is a plant, cell wall is made up of chitin in fungi. Okay. Go to the next one. Normal gametes are haploid. Already we discussed. Although the parent plant body from which they rise may be either haploid or diploid. Okay. This is also very, very important. Normally, you know about the haploid structure. It gives a haploid plant body, or sometimes it may be a diploid plant body. So these are the important. That's why we are giving haplodiploidic life cycles. Diplohaploidic life cycles. Okay. We are all are considered the headings known as what is that? Diploid, haploidic, and again diploid in nature. Okay, haploid diploidic and diplohaploidic like that. A haploid parent produced gametes by mitotic division. For example, Monera, fungi, algae, and bryobita. These are all are considered the headings known as lower plants. Lower plants. Monera, fungi, algae, and the bryobita. They are all are considered the heading is known as lower plants. Okay, what is the meaning of lower plant as well as a higher plant? How will you differentiate? Anybody? Anybody? Okay,
So,
because the presence of yeah.
so lower plants, so there's a well-defined structure, sir, in higher plants such as that leaves,
Okay,
stem and roots, which is not present in lower plants.
very good. Okay. We can easily differentiate which one is leaf, which one is stem, which one is flower. We can easily differentiate. Such type of plants are called as higher plants, isn't it? But at the same time, the lower plant already we discussed angiosperm, gymnosperm. Algae, fungi. We cannot be able to differentiate which one is stem, which one is leaf, which one is root. Okay. So okay, go to the next one. In diploid organisms such as pteridobites, gymnosperm, angiosperms, and most of the animals, including human beings, specialized cells are called as myocytes, gamete mother cells, undergo meiosis. These are the diploid organisms that already we discussed in the before slide. That is called as, what is that? Haploid organisms. Okay, the diploid organisms, pteridobite, gymnosperm, angiosperm. At the same time, which one human being also. As the specialized cell is called as myocytes, otherwise called as gamete mother cells. Okay, it undergoes only the meiosis only during the sexual reproduction. Okay, these are all are considered the Greeks known as gametogenesis. Gamete, how it will be produced, what are the type of gametes, whether it may be haploid or diploid, like that. Okay, next one is gamete transfer. After the production, after the maturation of the sex organ, they produce a corresponding gametes, isn't it? After that, what will happen? It may be transferred from the male to female. Okay, any that opposite reaction occurs in any plants or animals, female to male, it is not possible, because always female gamete is stagnant in nature. Only the present as it is. Okay, the male gametes, they can migrate from the which one to the female gametes. That's why it is also comes under the heading hemostatic. Okay, movement. Hemostatic chemical. Okay, see here, gamete, how it will be transferred. In majority of the organisms, male gamete is motile. Already told you, male gamete is very, very important. It's a minute one. At the same time, number of gametes will be more compared to the other. Suppose take an example of sperm in millions. Take an examples of other anthers also millions. Take an examples of rose. It contains so many. What is that? Anthers is there. Okay. So female is mostly present in single. Okay. And female gamete is stationary. Male gamete is already told you it's a motile nature. It can be moved to the female gamete, because female gamete always stationary in nature. At the same time, it's also large in size compared to the male. How many times it's bigger than that of the male gamete? Sperm is how many times bigger than that of the female one? Like that they may ask them. Sorry, female gamete is how many times bigger than that of the male sex organs? otherwise called as chromosomes. Like that, they may ask the questions. Okay. See, exceptions are a few fungi and algae in which both type of gametes are motile. In some cases, they all are considered fungi and algae. Okay, fungi and algae, which both type of gametes are motile in nature. Take an examples of isogamete, anisogamete, and oogamete. Already we studied, isn't it? Iso means similar, aniso means different. Oogamete means what is that? Both are similar, but at the same time, okay, both are motile in nature. Okay, is it correct? Is it correct? Both are motile? No. Only male only motile in nature. That is very, very important one. Female is always in a stagnant in nature, otherwise called as stationary in nature. Okay. See, in diploid organisms such as pteridobate, already we discussed these things. Sorry, next slide. There is a need for a medium through which the male gametes move. In the plants such as the algae, bryophyta, and pteridobates, water is the medium. In seed plant, pollen grains are the carriers. Already you know a little about. Okay, because these are all are considered known as water plant, otherwise called as aquatic plant. Okay, so the water is essential for the what is the gamete transformations from the male to female, female to male, like that. But at the same time, in plants, how it will be moving? Pollen grains produce the pollen tubes. The pollen tubes once enter into the what is that ovary, and corresponding gamete will be fused together as a result of formation of ovary. I mean, sorry, embryo as well as the endosperm. Likewise. Okay, we will see that female, what is that morphological feature of a flowering plant, like that, you know, when you are going to study that things. Okay, to the next one. See, these are the type of gametes already we discussed. Okay, this one is called as isogamete. These are, you know, heterogamous. This is isogamous. This one is also heterogamous. Is particularly present in the what is the male human beings. This one already studied. That one is called as algae. Okay, here you know well about the earthworm. Earthworm, it contains the ovary as well as the testis also in the same hermaphrodite. Okay, and another one is called as cockroach. Cockroach, they are having the male as well as the female in different manner. Testis here and also ovary. It produces the what is the sperm here, the ovary combined close together as a result of formation of zygote. Okay, right. Next one is third event. First one is called as pre-fertilization, otherwise called as juvenile phase finished. Second one is called as what is that, you know, at that time of fertilization, how it will be transferred, like that. And the last one is called as fertilization finished. Then what will happen the next stage? Fertilization, the syngamy result in the formation of diploid zygote. Syngamy means any one of the male and female gamete united together or fused together as a result of formation of diploid zygote. The condition is called as syngamy. The process is called as syngamy. The term fertilization is also often used for this process. Okay, the term fertilization is also often used for this process. Okay, the fertilization also classified according to their nature. They may be divided into two types. What are they? Know? One is called as external fertilization. Another one is called as internal fertilization. External means outside. Just imagine outside there is a medium, particularly water. Take an examples of frog. Okay, external means outside. Internal means inside the what is that? Inside the any female reproductive body. Okay, so maximum man as well as other animals also it's present inside the internal fertilization is also possible. Internal fertilization is most common in human beings as well as the animals. See, external fertilization, syngamy occurs in the external, that means outside. Medium is a water. For example, majority of algae, fishes and amphibians. Note it down these points. External fertilization takes place in the following three: algae, fish, and amphibians. Particularly frog. Frog is also one of the amphibians. Okay. That means, what is the meaning of amphibians? It can live water as well as the land also. That condition is called as amphibians. Okay. Go to the next one is called as internal fertilizations. Syngamy occurs inside the body of the organisms. Already told you, mostly in the female reproductive organs only. For example, in many terrestrial fungi, animals such as reptiles, bats, mammals, and bryophyta, pteridobata, gymnosperm, angiosperm. Most of these cases mostly occurs in the internal fertilization only. This is also very, very important because which one is external fertilization. Which one is internal fertilization? You must note it down very clearly. Okay. So what is the next slide? So this is called as a internal and a external fertilization. What are the differences between external and internal fertilizations? Okay. See, the external fertilization, it occurs outside the body. Here, it occurs inside the body of female. Both the type of gametes are released from the body. Here only the male gametes are released from the body. Okay. A large number of gametes are released in the surrounding medium. Example, water, where fertilization takes place. Here the number of gametes produced is less. The male gametes passes into the body of the female. Know the difference between these two? The number of gametes produced is less. Here, the large number of gametes is released in the surrounding medium. It means number of gametes will be released. So many things. Take an example of frog. Okay, already we discussed it. Just to go and take any one of the water body, there are small, just like a egg is present in it, and also sperm is also, a tadpole. Okay, that's life cycle. You go through it, then only it will be very easy. Okay, the young ones develop unprotected from the beginning because its growth is outside, the external. That's why it is unprotected meaning. But in this category, it is very, very protective manner. The young one are protected during their early development. Early developments, we take an example of human beings also. At the time of embryo, there is a protected by the mom. Protected by mom. So it involves a large degree of chances. It involves a large degree of chances. There are so many chances to get male as well as the female gametes united together. But it is just Sarar method. Okay. So I will tell you what is meant by Sarar method next class. Okay. Internal fertilization. Sarar method means it may be get from the another one. Surrogate mother, like that, it may get from the another one also. Example, bony fishes, amphibians, most of the algae, etc. These are all are considered known as external fertilizations. Take in examples of horse. Seahorse already available. These are all are considered this. Here examples: reptile, bats, mammals, bryobiota, turdobiota, and also gymnosperm and just all category, all the plant as well as animal category comes in this heading that is called as internal fertilizations. Okay, this must be noted down. What are the external fertilization? What are the internal fertilization examples? You must note it down. The last one, very, very important things. Okay, the post-fertilizations. The post-fertilization means after the gamete transfer, after the fertilization, what are the changes which occurs? Okay, within the body, that is called as post-fertilizations. Formation of the diploid zygote in universal in all sexually reproducing organisms. This is very, very important. Universally in all sexually reproducing organisms, the zygote is always which nature, diploid in nature. An organism with external fertilization, zygote is formed in the external medium. External fertilization, external medium. Whereas the organism exhibiting internal fertilization, zygote is formed inside the body of the organism, particularly female. In fungi and algae, zygote develop a thick wall that resistant to desiccation and damage. It will not easily destructible. It will not easily broken. That is very, very important. Take an examples of which one, desmit and also golden algae. Okay, the cell wall is also not destroyable. Okay, desiccation and damageable. Easily is not damageable. It look like a soap box. Okay, like that the structure is there. Okay, when you are studying, we will study them later. It undergoes a period of rest before germination. That condition is called as what is, and the cell wall is covered by the what is that? Any one of the spore like this. What happening? It is a thick wall resistant to desiccation. Any one of the damage. Take an example, natural disaster, whether it may be cold, high temperature, whatever it may be, it will not be easily destroyed. It undergoes the period of rest before germination. That condition is called as resting stage. Okay, otherwise called as dormant seed. Take an example of normal seed, it is called as dormant stage. It undergoes the period of rest before germinations. Then zygote is a vital link that ensures continuity of the species between an organism of one generation and the next. Zygote is a very, very important. Without zygote, there is no next generations. That is very, very important things. These are the very, very important things studying in this heading. Then we'll see the remaining. Any doubt? Okay. So, okay, my dear students, today the class is over. Okay, we'll see the remaining things on the next class from this embryogenesis. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Thank you, ma'am.
Children,
Thank you.
please join in chemistry link.